Welcome back. As we continue to close read our text, we will look for more clues that will help add more supporting evidence when describing the characters. Remember, we can use what the characters do, say, or use specific events to help provide descriptive details. Our focus for reading is to take a closer look at some of our characters to describe them in depth. Before we begin, let's take a look at what we did yesterday. If you remember, based off the actions, thoughts, or what characters said, we were able to come up with a few words to describe both Dorothy and Scarecrow. If you had more provided yesterday on your slide, you are more than welcome to add them to this slide as well. Afterwards, we used our thinking to then create a complete sentence to show what our thinking was. We also learned how to provide text evidence when supporting our thinking. Take a look at the example below to remind ourselves of how to accomplish this task. "Who are you?" asked the Scarecrow as he stretched himself and yawned. "And where are you going?" "My name is Dorothy," said the girl, "and I am going to the Emerald City to ask the great Oz to send me back to Kansas." "Where is the Emerald City?" he inquired, "and who is Oz?" "Why, don't you know?" she returned in surprise. "No, indeed, I don't know anything. You see, I am stuffed, so I have no brains at all," he answered sadly. "Oh," said Dorothy, "I'm awfully sorry for you." "Do you think," he asked, "if I go to the Emerald City with you, that Oz would give me some brains?" "I cannot tell," she returned, "but you may come with me if you like. If Oz will not give you any brains, you will be no worse off than you are now." "That is true," said the Scarecrow. "You see," he continued confidently, "I don't mind my legs and my arms and body being stuffed because I cannot get hurt. If anyone treads on my toes or sticks a pin into me, it doesn't matter, for I cannot feel it. But if I do not want people to call me a fool, and if my head stays stuffed with straw instead of with brains as yours is, how am I ever to know anything?" "I understand how you feel," said the little girl, who was truly sorry for him. "If you will come with me, I'll ask Oz to do all he can for you." "Thank you," he answered gratefully. Just like yesterday, my annotations are in two different colors. The green will represent my annotations for Scarecrow, and the pink will represent my annotations for Dorothy. Let's take a look at Scarecrow first. In paragraph 15, I underlined the two questions that Scarecrow asked Dorothy. Who are you and where are you going? This kind of makes me think that Scarecrow is kind of curious and really wants to know what Dorothy is up to. Then I underline both parts where he first mentions that he does not have a brain at all and how he does not want people to call him a fool. By knowing that information, I feel like Scarecrow is pretty self-conscious of not having a brain at all. So those are two great words that I'm going to write off to the side to remember to add to my chart. Now let's take a look at my annotations for Dorothy. I underlined the sentence in paragraph 22 where it says, "But you may come with me if you like." Now, yesterday, I know that one of the words that I put down for her was thoughtful. And it's okay if there are other examples that support your thinking. So I'm going to underline this, but I know that I can use this again to support my thinking that she is thoughtful. Now let's read the last half of our story. Remember, as I am reading, I would like you to think about key events that you find along the way. Paragraph 26. They walked back to the road. Dorothy helped him over the fence, and they started along the path of yellow brick for the Emerald City. Toto did not like this addition to the party at first. He smelled around the stuffed man as if he suspected there might be a nest of rats in the straw, and he often growled in an unfriendly way at the Scarecrow. "Don't mind Toto," said Dorothy to her new friend. "He never bites." "Oh, I'm not afraid," replied the Scarecrow. "He can't hurt the straw. Do let me carry that basket for you. I shall not mind it, for I cannot get tired. I'll tell you a secret," he continued as he walked along. "There is only one thing in the world I am afraid of." "What is that?" asked Dorothy. "The Munchkin farmer who made you?" "No," answered the Scarecrow. "It's a lighted match." Let's take a look at our chart again. You'll notice that I added 2 more words under Scarecrow that are in blue. I didn't add any extra words to Dorothy, and that's okay. You don't always have to add more words if you can't find any. However, if you did, feel free to add more in both Dorothy and Scarecrow's bubble. Let's look down below again so that we can practice how to write our thinking before you try it out on your own. Remember, you always want to start by sharing your answer and thinking. Then, you're supporting your thinking with text evidence. After that, you want to explain how your text evidence supports your answer or thoughts. Let's give it a try. For today, I started off by providing you with one word that can be used to describe the Scarecrow. The word is helpful. What I would like you now to do is look for evidence back in our text to support or show where Scarecrow is helpful. After that, I want you to explain why did you pick that sentence to describe that Scarecrow was helpful. Tomorrow, we will be looking back at our previous story, Come Away, and compare its theme to this text, How Dorothy Saved the Scarecrow. Do you think they're similar? Can't wait to find out.